we will begin. I'm thinking today we might do some something called the moon salutation. And I don't practice it often. It's actually been a little bit of a while. But this was created, it kind of brings out the feminine aspect. And it was created by Laura Cornell. She's an American yogini and very dedicated to the philosophy and practice of yoga. So I'd like to work with her cycle a little today, and then we'll have some guided meditation while you're lying down to help really relax you in the yoga nidra fashion. Okay, so let's get started. And what we'll do is actually start facing, you know what, we can face the front of the mat, but we are going to switch in a little bit. So let's take the big toes together and separate the knees apart. And then we'll just lower all the way down, come into a child's posture. So with a few exhalations out through the mouth, begin to deflate. Now before you do that, see what it's like if you were a balloon and you were inflated so much so that you pop, right? So go ahead and begin to breathe in. Breathing in really deeply. And then exhale, release out through the mouth. But let the inhalation be held at the top so that you can feel the sensation like if I keep going in, it's not going to work out. It has to be released. It has to be let go of. So inhaling. And then exhaling. And continue to do this every inhalation. Really drawing in, getting to the point that so much pressure, pressing the lungs out. And then on the exhale, as you're doing this, continue to connect with the exhalation, relieving all pressure. A few more of these. Let's take a few more cycles, and on the exhalation, completely let go. Body getting heavier and heavier. Until you come to a point where you can close the mouth and just breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose. Maybe you go into Ujjayi Pranayama, victorious breath. And what we'll do is you're here. Let's make this a little bit more restorative in a position where we can stay a little longer. So with the knees really separated towards the edges of the mat, take the arms underneath the trunk so that the hands go towards the feet, and then bring one side of the face to the mat or to a block, depending on how low you can get into this. Let the shoulders droop down. Let the hips sink a little lower if possible. And turn the face in the other direction. Another full breath like this. And then bring the forehead to the mat. Take the arms away from the feet. Reach the arms forward. And if you haven't engaged that breath, let's go there now. So inhale through the nose. Fill up to the bottom of the lungs. Exhale out through the mouth. Empty all the way. Keep the mouth open. Fog in. Close the mouth. Exhale through the nostrils. And then we'll lift the head, straighten the arms, spread the fingers. Keep this breath going. Walk over to the right side of the mat. Keep the arms parallel to each other. Keep the arms, shoulders distance. Setting the trunk towards the right edge of the mat. And then we'll walk over to the left side. Again, shoulders and hands matching in distance, fingers spread, hips reaching down to the heels. And we'll come back to center. Rising up to a table posture, hands and knees. But now we're going to just shift to face the left side of the mat. So hopefully we're going to be in this direction for a little bit. So hopefully your technology is in a good place, and if not, you can make a shift. But what we'll be doing is right from here, come to a forward fold. So facing the left side of the mat, plant the feet, and then just fold right over the legs, releasing the arms, releasing the head. Now you might shake the head a little bit, left, right. Up, down. And so as you're releasing the trunk, the head, the arms, let's focus on this notion again that we're going to allow the pressure to build as we inhale. Maybe even hold the inhalation for a second. Exhale. Let go out through the mouth. Inhaling. Feeling the pressure build as you hold. Exhale, release. A couple more of those. And then when you're ready, with the knees bent, begin to unroll the spine. Make sure the head is completely loose, the neck is deactivated, and slowly begin to unroll the spine, working your way up so the head rises last. And here you might circle the shoulders. Maybe move the head a little side to side. And then we're going to be finding feet hip distance apart. Arms alongside the body, shoulders up, back, and down. Draw the chin in slightly. Let the palms now flip forward with the fingers spread. Take the hands a little away from the thighs. And now just imagine that you are expressing peace through your facial expression right now. See if you can create peaceful expression through the face. See if you can also create that through the trunk and the arms. Through body language, expressing peace, and then through the lower body, the hips all the way down to the feet. And now we'll move with that peaceful expression through some motions here. Next inhalation, reach the arms upwards. Let the palms flip out. And then as they reach up, the palms now face each other. Pull the pelvis and engage the thighs, look up. On the exhalation, take a side bend to the right. Now you might keep arms parallel to each other, or you might hold the wrist that you're pulling up and over to the side. Inhaling, coming to center. Exhaling, bending to the other side. Inhaling, coming to center, looking upwards. Now what we're going to do is exhale into a goddess posture by stepping the feet apart. And then exhale, bend the knees, turn the toes out, bend the knees, and then draw the elbows in towards the waist. Palms are facing forward, squeezing the elbows and the shoulders back. Take about 3 breaths here. So we're moving into moon salutations. They might be variations of moon salutations. And right now the moon is waxing, and it will be full on Halloween this year, actually on the 31st in just a few days. So let's bring our consciousness there, the waxing moon. And then straighten the legs, bring the arms to a T, into an extended triangle posture. Turn the right toes to face the front of the mat, left toes to face the left side of the mat. Reach out with the right arm, exhale, lower down to the right leg. Inhale the left arm up, turn the head to look up past the left hand. But check in with this arm, especially if you were using the arms today kind of a stationary way. Give some motion to the arm. You might take circles. You might tuck the shoulder blade in and out of the back. Explore, at least for the first time around. Now on the next exhalation, look down at the right foot. Bring both of the hands down around the right foot, and then step back into a downward facing dog. So now we're facing the front of the mat. Take about 3 deep breaths here. Step the right foot forward at this time. Right foot forward. Turn slightly to the left. So now you're facing a bit towards that front left corner of the mat, and you have the right toes now turning a little bit towards that front left corner, and you're going to sink into the right knee into a side lunge. So hands to the inside of the right foot. Now we're going to lift the left foot, but keep the heel down. The toes shift upwards. Check in with right knee and right ankle. They line up with each other. And then from here, walk over to the center of the mat, where we're going to heel toe the feet a little closer together and then sink into a squat. So lower the hips, bring the elbows to the inside of the knees, palms together. If the hips need to stay up high because you're tight in the hips and the back of the legs, just honor that. We're just going to be here for a couple more breaths. Now what we'll do is bring the hands down and walk over to the left leg. Separate the feet, sink into the left knee, side lunge to the left. Palms are down. We'll straighten the right leg. And then when you're ready, flip that right foot to face upwards, toes facing up. One more breath. From here, we'll turn the hands to the back of the mat. So then we'll plant the palms and step the left foot back into a downward facing dog. Pressing the hips back. Next exhalation, step the left foot between the hands. And then right from here, we're going to come up into a triangle posture. So we'll reverse out of this, and we can reach the arms up first and then bring the arms to a T and let the right toes face the side of the mat and then straighten the left leg. So it's kind of different than what we're used to, but it's good to do things that we aren't used to. Then right from here, extended triangle posture. Reach out with the left arm, lower it down to the left leg. Inhale the right arm up. Check in with this arm. Maybe you're going to find that motion. Look down at the left foot. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms to a T. Shift the toes to face outwards as you're facing the left side of the mat. Sink back into a goddess posture. So bend into the knees. Flip the palms to face forward. Take the elbows in towards the waist. And then we'll straighten the legs, take the arms up, heel toe the feet so they come closer together, reach the arms upwards, and then bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Okay, next inhalation, reach the arms upwards. Exhale, bend to the right. We'll see if we'll continue the motion a little bit more. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, come to center, look upwards. And then right from here, exhale, separate the feet, bend the elbows, bend the knees, toes turned outwards. Inhale, straighten the legs, bring the arms to a T. Extended triangle posture. Turn the right toes to face forward, left toes in, reach out with the left arm, lower down to the right leg. Inhale, lift the left arm up, look upwards, and just take a couple deep breaths here for a moment. So we're going to change things a little bit. Look down at the right leg and bring the hands down around the right leg. And maybe on the leg, maybe on blocks, or maybe on the mat. Turn the left toes to face forward and then fold into this. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. Right from here, bend the right knee. Take the left knee down and take it far back. On the inhale, come to a crescent moon. Reach the arms up. One more breath. On the exhalation, bring the hands down to the inside of the right foot. So we were here before. We're going to find a side lunge by rolling over the back toes, pivoting those toes to face the left side of the mat, and then planting the palms down to the inside of the right foot. You might turn the right toes a little to the left. So we're going to be going through a few of these cycles. We might add something, we might take something away. Flip the left toes up. And now we're going to walk towards the center of the mat to find a squat. So we might have to take the feet a little closer together, drop the hips, lower into them, take the shoulders back and down. release the arms down. So side lunge to the left. So we'll separate the feet, lift the hips a little bit, walk over to the back of the mat, left toes facing the corner of the mat. So we're not facing the back of the mat. Just off to this corner. And then we'll turn, when you're ready, the right toes up. So you're going to feel a lot of hip opening. And they say in this time where the moon is waxing towards a full moon, this is the period to start things. This is the period to create. And then once the moon is full and it begins to wane towards the new moon, then you let go and you let the forces of nature do their work. So let's be here. Another breath. Now we'll come to a crescent moon. So let's shift to face the back of the mat. Bring the right knee down. Sink into the left knee. Reach the arms upwards. You might create a little bit more of a crescent shape, but make sure that you have this right glute active to support the back. And then you would take the arms up and behind. Next exhale, bring the hands down around the left foot, roll over the back toes, and then we're going to plant both of the feet separated from each other, toes all facing forward, fold into this left leg. So again, this is where if you have a lot of tightness, you might be holding the left leg. It's a little hard to do that because it's a straight leg. You might have blocks. Now let's see if we can reverse out of this in a moment and come to an extended triangle posture, excuse me. So take another breath or so right here. And now we'll come up halfway. Bring your hands to hips. Bring left hand down to left leg. Turn the right toes towards the side of the mat. Open up the heart to the side and then take that right arm upwards. Here we're going to find goddess posture. So we can look down for balance at the left foot, rise up to standing, arms to a T. Pivot the toes so they face out now. Bend into the knees, palms face forward, elbows in towards the waist. And we'll straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Bring the feet so they're closer together, and then bring palms together, thumbs in towards the heart center. So let's go through this again, but this time a little closer to one breath, one movement. We might go a little slower than that, but let's see where we go. So next inhalation, reach the arms up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhaling center. Exhaling left. Inhaling center. Exhale, separate the feet, back into goddess. Turn the toes out, bend the elbows in towards the waist, palms face forward, spread the fingers. And then we'll inhale, straighten the legs, arms to a T. Extended triangle posture to the right. So right toes face front of the mat, left toes face side of the mat. Reach out with the right arm. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Look upwards. And the next exhalation, turn towards that right leg. Bring the hands down and pivot the left foot to face forward as well. So all the toes now facing forward, folding over the straight right leg. If you're going to bend a leg, let it be the back leg if possible. And if you want more, flex the right foot. Plant the foot, left knee to the mat, rise up into a crescent moon. Sink in. And then lower the hands down to the inside of the right foot. Roll over the back toes, pivot a little bit to the left, hands down, right toes slightly in, side lunge to the right. If you want a little bit more push into the right leg, just make sure the knee and the ankle line up, create a vertical post. And then right from here, we'll walk over to the center of the mat, heel to the feet a little closer, and sink into a squat. So now it's probably starting to feel a little bit more familiar. You have an idea of where we're going to go next. Exhale, lower the hands down, and then heel toe the feet apart, straightening the right leg, bending deeply into the left. Once you have the hands down, flip the right toes up. Lots of tight spaces are going to be opening up as we repeat this sequence. Now we'll come into a crescent moon. Walk to face the back of the mat, right knee down. Inhale, lift the left arm up, sink into the left knee. Maybe a little bit more crescent here. Into intense side stretch, bring the hands down, roll over the back toes, plant the right foot, straighten both of the legs, fold over the straight left leg. Okay, let's come up halfway, hands to hips, left hand to left leg. Turn the right toes to the right, so be careful. You might have to bend the left knee if that helps make you feel stable. Lift that right arm up. Look up past the right thumb. Soft gaze with the eyes, focusless gaze. Look down at the left foot for balance. Inhale, rise up to standing. Arms to a T, turn the toes out. Sink into the knees, palms forward. Facing forward, elbows in towards the waist. Goddess posture. And then we'll straighten the limbs, arms reach up. Heel toe the feet, hips distance. Exhale, palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Before we take another cycle, I think we're going to take 2 more cycles. This is really opening up many areas of the body, so it's a really nice complete practice. I'm going to bring the arms alongside the body and bring the palms to face forward. And just take a moment here to close the eyes. Really pay attention to the subtleties of your current experience in the body. Let's take a clearing breath now. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's actually work with the jaw a little bit. So inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth, but open the jaw wide. Close and open the mouth a few times. Really feeling the jaw engage. You might even clench the jaw and then open wide. Move the chin around. And then relax the jaw. Keep the eyes closed. Feel the jaw even more relaxed now. Soft in the jaw. Come back to that notion of a peaceful facial expression. And maybe that means to you very neutral lip expression, right? Very neutral. Maybe to you it means a little bit of a smile. Engage what it means to you. But really focus on the jaw. See that the jaw is so relaxed and softened. And when we see people become angry and stressed, they clench the jaw. And lots of problems happen from that. So let's focus on the jaw in particular. And now let's begin another cycle. So in the next inhalation, reach the arms upwards. This time lift the heels. Let's see if we lift the heels, how this feels. On the next exhalation, lower the heels. Deep breath in, and then exhaling, side bend to the right. Inhaling center. Exhaling left. Inhaling center. Exhale, we're going to find a goddess posture again. Now you might want to heel toe, or if you feel like you want to feel a little springy and energetic, maybe you jump and then take the feet out. Turn the toes out, bend into the elbows, bend into the knees. Draw the elbows in. Straighten the limbs, bring the arms to a T, shift the toes for extended triangle posture, right toes forward, left toes in, reach out with the right arm, lower to the right leg, inhale, left arm up. Now see if you can take this left arm forward and then upward and back. So we're going to take this motion a few more times. And then lower the hands down around the right foot. Shift the left toes to face forward. Now let's be here for a few breaths, but if you'd like to come into a different variation of this, so really feeling back of the leg stretching, low back stretching. So if you want to come into this a little slightly differently, you might lift the left leg and walk the hands forward, or you might take the hands further back and slide the left foot further back, and maybe lift the right foot all but the heel. You might even lift the back heel. So check in and see. Give yourself a chance to explore. This is one of my favorites. So lift the back heel and to keep the right foot lifted with the heel down. Lots of different sensations in both legs. And then we'll go ahead and come back to crescent moon. Right foot plants, left knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. At this time, bring the hands down to the inside of the right foot. Roll over the back toes, and then shift slightly to the left to straighten up left leg. Palms down, flip the left toes up. And we'll walk over to the center of the mat and come into our squat. So lower down, heel to the feet a little closer together. Bring the palms together, separate the knees. If you want to really encourage the body to respond to this position, push the arms and legs into each other on the inhale, and then relax the legs on the exhale as you prise them open. That's just a general principle. Remembering that yoga is a path to facilitating and speeding along our own development. So adding those little techniques is the same thing. Developing the posture itself requires a little extra technique. Now we'll lower the hands, lift the hips, heel toe the feet apart, come to a side lunge to the back of the mat. Plant the palms, straighten the right leg, and then flip the toes up. Now we'll shift to face the back of the mat. Straighten the legs, toes all forward. But then you're going to find another variation. So as you're here, feel the release. See how this is changing subtly each time you're here. And then see where you want to go. And one option here is to take that right foot far back, then lift the back heel, and then lift the left foot, but keep the heel down. Did we do a crescent moon on this side? I don't think so. Let's get into that before we go further. So right knee down, a little out of order there, that's okay. Left knee lunging, arms reaching up. And now we'll go ahead and bring hands down. Return to where we were a moment ago with legs straight, both feet planted, and we'll come into extended triangle posture. So you might come up halfway, bring left hand to left leg, turn right toes to the right, and then take the right arm up. Now this is where we're going to just create that little variation, taking that arm forward, up and back, making sure left toes face the back of the mat. And we'll open and close a few more times. And then right from here, We'll keep the arm risen, look down at the left foot, rise up to standing, shifting now back into goddess posture. So we have toes turn out, bend into the knees, palms forward, draw the elbows in towards the waist. Sink in. And straighten the limbs, reach the arms up, heel toe the feet closer together, palms together, draw the thumbs in. We're going to go through another cycle, but before we do, let's see if we can help the chest open up. So we'll step the feet a little apart. You can go wider or more narrow, it's up to you. We'll take hands behind, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back, look up, and then exhale, fold forward. Three more deep breaths like this. Remember, especially if you feel the pressure building in your body, the pressure building in life itself, in current events, focus on the exhalation. Intentionally let the pressure build, and then intentionally release it in the fullest way you can. And then we'll go ahead and rise up to standing. Bring the feet hips distance apart. We're going to take one more cycle. So inhale, reach the arms up. Go into a little bit of a back bend this time. Neutral spine, exhale, bend to the right. Hold this. If you started to come out of it, come back. Hold this one. Inhale, center. Couple breaths, bending to the left. Inhale, come to center. Exhale. Maybe you're going to jump the feet if you want to feel a little bit more energetic, or just heel toe. So go ahead and take the feet apart. Exhale, bend into goddess posture. Bend a little lower, and then straighten the legs, arms to a T, extended triangle posture. Right toes face forward, right arm comes down to right leg. Inhale, left arm up. And then let's exhale, bring the hands down around the right foot, pivot left toes to face forward, fold here. And we'll bend the right knee to bring the left knee down and come to crescent moon. Arms reach up. Next exhale, bring hands to the inside of the right foot, roll over back toes, shift a little to the left, flip the left toes up. See how things have changed. Walk over to the center of the mat, find a squat, heel toe feet a little closer together, lower down. Bring the hands down, walk over to the left foot as you heel toe feet apart, come into a side lunge. Flip the right toes up. So at some point you might be finding that you can go a little deeper, so I didn't emphasize that, but hopefully you start to sense that you could bend the elbows more, you could let go of the head a little bit more. And now we're going to find our crescent moon. So we'll walk to face the back of the mat, right knee comes down. Inhale, lift the left arm up. I'm sorry, all the arms, all of them upwards. And we'll come into intense side stretch. Hands down, roll over the back toes, plant the feet, fold. Extended triangle posture, so come up halfway, left hand to that leg, turn the hips and the heart to face right, right arm up. Look down at the left foot, rise up to standing, come back to goddess. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms, and then maybe here you jump back to center. You could take the arms up as you jump. And then bring the palms together, thumbs in towards the heart center. Release the arms alongside the body. Palms face forward, fingers spread wide. At this time, focus on the eyes. Creating an expression on the face of peace, one that expresses peace. With the eyes in particular, we can sense that the jaw changed. But see now if the eyes can also soften. Before they soften, they might have to build pressure up. So close the eyes really tightly, and then relax the eyes. Closing the eyes tightly, relaxing. You might do that again, but at some point start to come into a sense that the eyelids are softer, they're changed, that the eyelashes themselves feel different. The corners of the eyes, the inner corners, the outer corners, softer, not harsh, but soft, relaxed and peaceful. Maybe you feel the eyes smiling. And we'll clear a breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's switch down to seated at this time. So come all the way down to the bottom, cross the ankles, bring the hands to the knees. Take the shoulders up towards the ears, exhale them back, lower them down, keep them stable there, drop the chin to the chest. Begin to circle the head. We'll go a couple times, both ways. Letting all stiffness in the neck be released. Circling the other way nice and slow. And then once the chin is to the chest, shake the head out. And bring the head to center. Let's find a twist. So we're going to extend the left leg forward and plant the right foot down next to the left leg. We're going to be twisting actually to the left, so it's going to be more of an open twist. So take the left hand behind, fingers face back. Take the right hand to hold the right ankle. Sit up nice and tall, and then turn to the left, turning the head to the left. Come out of this for a moment. Take the heart forward, keep the hands where they are, and then turn once again to the left. You might do this once or twice until you feel ready to keep twisting. We're going to come to center, and then we'll twist to the right for a couple breaths. So you might hug this right leg, or take the left knee to outer right leg, right hand behind, getting tall and then turning. And then we'll come to center to switch legs. So right leg extends, left foot down. We'll take right hand behind, fingers face back, left hand holds left ankle, get tall, and then turn. This right foot is flexed. And again, you might turn and then come out of it once or twice. Come to center. Turn to the left. Couple deep breaths. And we'll come to center. Yeah, let's come all the way down to the back, but you know what, before we do, sit up tall and let's just give the wrists a little bit of attention. So cross the ankles, just rotate the wrists one way, rotate them the other way. Let's focus on the hands themselves. Take the right arm forward, fingers face down. Take the left hand on top of those four fingers, draw the fingers inwards, keep the right arm straight. Nice full breath. And then we're going to take a hold of the thumb, pull the thumb in. These hands put our ideas into the world, so keeping them cared for is really important. And then releasing the thumb. Circle there. Now we'll go ahead and bring the fingers to face down with the top of the hand forward. Draw that hand in just for a breath. And switch to the other hand. So now we'll take left palm forward, fingers down, draw the fingers in. You can feel this from the wrist to the forearm, all the way to the elbow, especially when we get to the other side. Release the fingers, pull the thumb in. And shift. Palm facing the trunk. Draw the top of the hand in. Nice deep breath. All right, release the hands, come all the way down to the back. Now bring the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. We did a lot of back bending today, so now let's just find the left foot down, bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh, keep the right foot flexed, and then draw the left leg back in. This is a reclining pigeon. We did a lot of work on the inner thighs today, some work into the hamstrings. Now checking in with the hip, seeing how the hip feels. And you might keep the left leg, that point that you're holding on to, or you might hold on to the right leg and release the left leg. So see, it just depends on how far you can get in. And so you're feeling the outer glute, the little bit of the side towards the hip, stretching. Another full breath. Maybe it's a clearing breath out through the mouth. And releasing the other side. So left ankle on top of right thigh. Draw the right leg in. Left foot is flexed. Pull the right leg in, or maybe you're pulling the left leg in. Maybe a nice clearing breath. Releasing pressure, releasing tension that has built, and then letting now the legs go. We're going to set up for Shavasana. So before we do, take the hands and rub them together. Create some heat in the palms. Once you feel that heat built, you can bring the palms to the eyes. Put some nice warmth into the eyes. Feel them relax. And now we'll be releasing the body, taking feet to the corners of the mat, arms alongside the body, the hands about 6 inches or so away from the thighs, the palms flipped up. Take the shoulders, walk them back a little to stabilize them, then bring the weight down into the upper back. And letting everything become heavier and heavier. Letting the feet get heavy. letting the legs become heavy. Letting the eyes also become heavier. Maybe even feeling the ears soften and get heavy. You might get a breath out through the mouth. And giving yourself a nice deep sigh. You might do that a few times. And then just allow your breathing to resume to natural rhythm. But just be aware of your breath at this time. Notice how your body feels as you breathe. You might be aware of how your breath is moving in and out of your nostrils. Maybe you're aware of how your breath moves in and out of your belly and the chest. You might be aware of some other part of you that's responding to your breathing. I invite you just to keep your attention on that part of your body that feels your breath. You're going to come into a deeper and deeper sense of relaxation in this posture of Shavasana. But let's focus on our energy. So at this time, just observe how you feel energy in your body, prana. How do you feel energy in the body? Are you feeling vivacious or lethargic, sleepy, maybe grounded, maybe turbulent, maybe calm, relaxed? And just give yourself permission to feel the energy, however you're experiencing it at this moment, and observe it. What is it like? Nothing to do about it, just observe it. Now notice your breath and breathe like your entire face is giving and receiving breath. Feel your breath move through every pore of your face. Like every pore is getting cleaned out, prana moving in and out of it. Now visualize your breath moving in and out of the crown of the head, like the crown of the head is breathing. Now the back of your head breathing, feeling that the back of the head is giving and receiving breath. Now breathe only through the left side of your head and face, your entire left side of the head and the face. At this time, breathe only through the right side of your head and your face, your entire right side. Entire right side of the head and face, breathing. Now focus your awareness on the left side and focus your awareness on the right side. Now feel your breathing through your entire head so that your entire head is giving and receiving breath. Simply notice what that is like. Now I invite you to breathe into your left arm from shoulder to fingertips. Feel your entire left arm becoming alive with breath. Now breathe into your right arm, shoulder to fingertips. Feel your entire right arm become alive with breath. Now breathe into both arms simultaneously. Both arms are enlivening as you breathe. Breathing into both arms, feel as if they're inflating with your breath. And allowing your arms to feel deflated with your breath out. Feeling inflated in the arms and deflated. Now feel your arms both inflated and deflated at the same time. That experience is beyond rational thinking. See what it's like to feel your arms both inflated and deflated at the same time. Now I invite you to pay attention to the way your chest and belly feel as you breathe. Can you feel the gentle motion of your trunk as you breathe? Can you hear or perhaps sense your heartbeat? Notice how you feel prana in your chest. You might feel like a pulsing sensation. You might feel like a buzz. You might feel dull. Prana could be sharp or could have a temperature. You might even feel colors, sense colors as you feel prana in your chest. Welcome whatever you feel and observe it. And now feel prana in your back. Does it feel similar to your trunk? Feeling prana in your back, is it similar or different? Feel your entire trunk now, front and back. And simultaneously feel the prana in your front and back, regardless if they feel similar or different. Feel the prana in your pelvis and begin to study it. Does it have a color, a feeling, or other qualities? Are there any other images, emotions, thoughts, or sensations arising there? And simply welcome them in and witness them. Now trace the prana in your legs. Notice how prana feels in your left leg from hip to toes. Right side from hip to toes. Now left. Now right. Now feel the prana through both legs, and now your entire lower half. And now bring your attention to the whole body, from head to toes, from shoulders to fingers, feeling life energy, life force through the whole body, soaking it in. And as you're soaking it in, begin to deepen the breath. Coming back now. Deepening the breath, feeling that you have control as well over this prana, that this conscious effort that you put in means that you can take deeper breaths in and out. And begin to move the hands and the feet. We're coming back, sensing the body. Bringing the knees into the chest, arms around the knees. And rolling to one side to find your way nice and slowly up to seated to seal today's evening practice. We'll take a nice clearing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then we'll seal our practice with the sound of Om. this evening. A deep breath in. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.